Hello. Hello. Welcome to Hank's Maker Mentor. I am so excited to have you here to be doing this broadcast. Let me know if you can hear me and see me okay. We want to make sure we get any of the bugs worked out now versus later. Thank you, Rebecca, for letting me know you can see me and hear me. Am I the only one that's procrastinated on Mother's Day cards? I bought the gift yesterday that I needed to buy still, but I have plans of making some cards for a few different moms in my life that I want to recognize and show them that I appreciate them. So you can either craft with me or just watch. Feel free to drop questions, comments in the comments. I will do my best to keep on top of those. And if I don't answer them now, I have my stuff ready to make notes of things I need to remember to do later. And you can always just follow up with me if you need to. I'm so glad to have you guys here. So let's jump in to Cricut Design Space and excuse me, we will take a look at how we're going to design the cards. Actually, wait, before we do that, let me know in the comments, are you interested in seeing me using my Cricut Maker and the new 2x2 card mat? Let me grab that real quick. I had it on my work surface. So the 2x2 card mat that Cricut just released about a week ago, I used it yesterday. You can actually see I still have a card on here that I didn't end up using. And I can use that. I can use just a standard 12x12 mat on the Maker. I'm not pulling out my Explorer, but the things I'm doing on my Maker, you can do on your Explorer. And I can also do the Cricut Joy and the card mat on that. I have a couple of different options of cards. Let me grab those. So we can take normal cardstock and use it. We can also use, I finally gave in and bought the foil transfer insert cards. Okay, Rebecca, you're using a Maker with a standard mat. Okay, we will definitely make sure we do that. I have Cutaway cards, more Cutaway cards, and I might actually have finally used all of my insert cards other than that one you see on my mat. I did a bunch of cards yesterday for teacher appreciation. I did like 7, 8 cards. It took a while. So let's go ahead and get started in Design Space. So I'm going to switch you over so you can see my screen. Let me know if you can't see my Design Space screen. At the top, we've got the Hey There, Ruth. Can't wait to see what you make. And I will show you some stuff with Cricut Access and without. Right now, I'm using a free trial of Cricut Access because my kids were like, I want a different card for each teacher. I was like, okay, I don't have time to design it myself, so I decided it was worth using the Cricut Access free trial. I'm just going to make sure I cancel it within the month and I won't pay for it at all, which is awesome. So you can go into either Mother's Day or cards. You can just search up here. I need to find the link so I can share it with you of how to size the cards on to set it up for the maker. So let's give it a second. Started typing too fast. There we go. And okay, maybe not. There we go. Okay, so we are going to use this one. I'm going to copy the link and post it in the comments. And I'm going to customize it, and then I'm going to save a copy. Save as, we're going to do this Mother's Day cards. All right. So what this is a card that has a score line set up. It's got your rectangle for the card. This is assuming you are not using Cricut cards, that you're just using standard cardstock. Because this way you can put your page down, you can get it cut, and you can score it, get it all taken care of, instead of having to fold it manually later like I did yesterday, which was not fun. I was in a hurry. This gray one is the insert, so it's sized for that. I am going to detach this so that way I can take off this get well and we can put Mother's Day ones in there. I'm also set up to use my Joy, so I need to change that to my Maker. It's giving me these warnings that it can't score, and probably it should be giving me one that it's too big. Yeah, image too large. So we're going to change to my Maker. There we go. So this is still attached. I've got my score line in the center with my rectangle. It says square here because that's what it started out as. Set up. So I'm going to go into images and I'm going to look at the free ones. I'm hoping there's some good Mother's Day ones in here that you can use even if you don't have Cricut access. And we're going to search Mom. So there are quite a few different options. You've got, World's Greatest Mom. You've got like this floral one. If you look here in the bottom left, actually, is it showing you my cursor? I don't think it's. Let me see if I can change that just real quick. All right, there we go. If you look in the bottom left of each image, you'll see these little icons. So the scissors mean it's a cut image. This one has scissors and a pencil, so it writes the mom best ever, and then it cuts out the rounded corner rectangle. Same with a bunch of these ones. There are some, let's see if I can find any examples. Some that are print and cut ones. I'm not seeing any, just offhand. But you can kind of go through and see what you like. We are going to set this up as an insert card just because that way you don't have to deal with glue and you no glue, and you can use the Cricut pre-done cards or just do it yourself. So I am going to, let's see here. I'm trying to figure out what one I want to do. So, you know what? I think problem is with an insert card, you have to use either a script font or you're going to lose like the insides of your letters and stuff. Depending on what look you're going for. If you guys have any specific opinions or anything, let me know, and I can show you what your different options are. We are going to I'm going to use this. This is what an awesome bonus mom looks like. Hold on, gonna sneeze. Excuse me. Sorry. We definitely have allergies going on here, and add that to the wildfire smoke that even though the fires aren't very close to me, they are close enough that the smoke is bothering people. So I'm going to use, this is what an awesome bonus mom looks like for one, I think. So I'm going to select it. And I think I'm going to use this, I think we might use this We Love You Mom as well. I don't know. Thank you, Rebecca. Yeah, these sneezes are really, doesn't help that I went out and I was outside for 3.5, 4 hours this morning, 3 hours, I guess. And, lots of dust and stuff while I was out. So, all right. So I'm gonna put that in there. And we'll throw that in there. Okay. Then we'll decide once we get here. Hopefully, once it adds them and I don't have quite so many choices, it'll be a little bit easier. So it's taking a while to think, but we can give it a second. I pulled them away from the card itself, and you can take a look. I'm going to kind of drag them out. This one, I think I'll use this one, and let me think. I have it cut it. Maybe that work. I don't know. All right. So for this We Love You Mom, I think I'm going to start with that one. So I'm going to take my card and I'm going to rotate it 90 degrees. And then I'm going to resize this so it fits on my card. And I'm going to contour out the black line around the very edge. And of course, I'm sure I'm not the only person using Cricut to do last minute projects, so it's going to take a moment. So, what is it doing? Oh, no, that is not what I wanted you to do. All right, since that is not working, we will take a different approach. Let's see here. Yeah, not enough video. Yeah. All right, let's try this. Okay, so we are going to just do this from scratch. So we're going to do the text. I'm going to type in we, which I think I like the all capital. We love you, Mom. And I'm going to size it for my card, at least roughly. And then I'm going to go in and change my font because the Cricut Sans font is free, but not super fun. And I don't really want to be using it. So I'm going to go into System Fonts and choose a font. I want something that's easy to read but still looks nice. So let's go through and see what I want to use. A lot of the fonts I have are from designbundles.net and creativefabrica.com. Which I really like because then I can make a design and I can use it commercially so I can sell projects without having to worry about buying a license. Let's see. Let's look at this La Rosie. Maybe. You know what? Since we're doing this all from scratch anyway, I think this one I'm just going to have it say Happy Mother's Day on the front. And then we'll add in an image. Let's see, what do we want to add? I just went into the free images again and I'm just kind of scrolling through. I love these Australian animal ones. They are so cute. I need to figure out what I'm doing with them because I love them. Let's see here. Let's see here. Maybe the sunflower. What about you guys? What are you doing for your moms for Mother's Day? I love how in the free ones they also have like grandma ones, Nana, Mimi, all sorts of different ones. And, ooh, actually this Best Mom Ever one might work nicely. We'll see. Don't care about those ones. Let's see. If I search flower, what does it come up with? Some of these are rolled flowers. Some are for like banners and stuff. We are I'm going to use... add those in. Okay. So, oh my word, Cricut, come on. All right. So I think I'm going to just put a sunflower here. And then I'm going to go into images one more time, and I'm going to search insert card, insert corners. I'm trying to remember what they are called. So they have a whole bunch of free ones. You do want to make sure you're looking at them for the correct size. Some of them are size specific. And I think I'm going to use, should probably use one that's a little bit more, let's try this. Oh, that's right, I have to click on it there. That one, and that one. Can you tell me? No. All right, so we're gonna insert those and see if they're quite the right size or not. So, no, those are, or that one is for the bigger one. This looks like it should be the right size. Yeah, there we go. That's perfect. All right, so I'm going to take this and I'm going to rotate it 90 degrees. And we're going to pull it over onto the mat. I'm going to zoom in so I can kind of adjust things. Or not onto the mat, onto the card. So sometimes you're like, Cricut, I know what I want you to do. You should know. Please just do it. There we go. All right, so that's in. So I grouped it. So now I have to send it to the back so I can get my text and stuff back up here. So I'm going to try. I really wish we had our text wrap handles back. The fact that they released them for such a short time and then removed them, it's like, really? Don't release them if you're not ready yet. So I think maybe I'm gonna go. You know what? There's no reason this has to be this direction anymore. I think we're actually going to take this all and rotate it 270 degrees, which undoes my 90-degree rotate. Because then I can go like this. We're going to do the alignment centered on that. And we're going to take my sunflower, my text, and my insert ones. Nope, it won't let me align them all. All right, so we will ungroup this, then take my insert lines, my text, and my sunflower, and we're going to center all of them. Since my sunflower and my text were inside my insert lines, it didn't actually move my corners at all. So that was really nice. And then I'm gonna change colors just so I can kind of visualize this better. I'm gonna change my card to green. And I'm gonna actually duplicate this so I can mess with it without risking it. I'm gonna change this to yellow. Maybe not. I think I'm changing out my sunflower. I think that's going to throw me off. So let's search. I'm going to search for a rose and a free one. Let's see here. Here we go. Free cut rose design. So I'm going to contour out the stem since I don't want that much. And I'm going to align these one more time, center horizontally, and then I'm going to weld these so I can then slice them out of, oh, it won't let me slice yet because this is still connected. So I'm going to detach these so I can do just my green layer and my design layer and slice them. Let's see here. Not being super patient, so I have to see what happened. There we go. Pull this out of the way. And probably instead of yellow with this, I think I'm going to do like a soft purple. So that gives me an idea of what my card is going to look like. I do need to keep in mind that the insides of my letters are going to disappear, but I think I'm okay with that. You can use a stencil font, and that will work as well. So, I'm going to send my green all the way to the back, move the purple out of the way, and I need to attach my score line to my green one. So that is set. I'm going to go ahead and save it. All right, and then take away some of this extra stuff and then hide some of it as well. I think I'm just, oh wow, that was quite a gust of wind here. Okay, we are going to take all of this stuff and we're going to group it and then hide it. And that should just leave me with my green card and my purple one. So I am going to go ahead and click Make It. I need to turn on my machine. Oh, so now even with the original Maker and probably with the Explore machines as well, it'll ask you how you're going to load your materials for the project. For this one, I'm going to say on mat, but you can also do on card mat or multiple ways if you want to select for each one. So I'm going to click on mat. And my mat size is 12 by 12. You can tell it to remember that selection and then change it later if you need to. I'm just going to click continue for now and not worry about that. And let me bring up my workspace. Oh, not quite cooperative. Okay, so we're going to leave this over here for now so you can kind of take a look at what I'm doing. So we're going to move that out of the way. And we're going to use those ones. So I am just using a blue LightGrip mat. This is the Nicapa brand since I really like it. It's a lot cheaper than Cricut, but does a nice job. I'm going to line this up so the top corner of my paper is at the 1-1 grid mark. And we are going to slide it on my preview. So I'm going to slide it so it matches up as close as possible. This is a little bit easier if you're using like a 12 by 12 to do this, or if they're already pre-cut. But that's not what I'm working with right now, so we're just gonna make this work. All right, and on this one, thinking I want to, you know what? So when I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna make 4 copies of this. Okay, there we go. Because that way I can cut out all 4 from my 8.5 by 11 and not have to cut them out again as often. So we're gonna, oh, except you're saying you won't quite fit. Okay, so we are going to go and change this back to a 12 by 12. But we need to make sure we have it lined up properly. So we're going to do the same thing. We're going to set it at the 1-1 mark and just kind of have them right up next to each other. Oh, wait, 8.5. 8. Oh, that's why. Okay, so we're going to take one of these out. So we're going to hide it, and then we're going to rotate this. I think this will work. If not, we'll figure that out and go from there. Okay, so I'm going to click continue. Oh, except I have to remove that one. When you go back and change things, got to make sure you put things back where they're supposed to be. All right. So I am going to use the medium cardstock setting. I'm going to do remember material settings, and for a scoring tool, I have to figure out where I put mine. Oh, right there. So I am going to go into edit tools and use my scoring stylus. And let's get this set up. So it's doing the green mat first. So I have my scoring stylus in clamp A. Since we've got design space pretty much set up, we're going to make this much bigger. There we go. I've got my scoring stylus in clamp A and my fine point blade in clamp B. I'm going to load my mat. And then go ahead and press go. While that's cutting and scoring, I'm going to get my purple set up on a separate mat. You want to make sure your mat is not too sticky when you're working with it, because then you'll have a hard time getting your materials off of it. So that's going. I'm going to check the comments, see if there's anything there. All right. And if you're catching this on the replay, feel free to drop comments on the video still. I would love to hear from you. And I'm happy to answer any questions you have. All right. So this shouldn't take too long. one option when you are waiting for something to cut, you can open a new Cricut window. You can have more than one Cricut window open at a time. That's how you run more than one machine at a time. And you do that by coming to the top of your design space where it says File, clicking on it, and it'll say New Window or Quit Design Space. That way it allows you to work on a separate project at the same time. Sorry, all this talking, I needed to take a drink. You can also design on a separate device. If you've got another computer you use, iPad, a phone, a tablet, you got different choices. All right. So let me know, how often do you make cards? Are you a enthusiastic card maker or someone that just kind of does it on occasion? So I'm going to unload this. Some of my pieces are kind of loose and stray. I love having a recycling and garbage can right next to my desk so I can just get rid of things as I go. I'm going to load this second mat. And to remove the card from this first mat, I'm actually going to flip the mat over and pull the mat away from the material. This helps prevent curling. In this instance, it's also going to do most of my reading for me. Except I then got it caught on my note page. So we're going to slide those out of the way. I am using a little red scraper to remove these extra pieces. Another great option is the Cricut Scraper. I personally don't like using these for applying vinyl. I prefer to use my squeegee because it's got some give to it and it doesn't scratch up your vinyl. But the Cricut one is great for pulling things off the mat. Alright, let me just finish pulling this stuff off real quick. And then we'll unload the other one. Okay. And I need to recover these. I saw an idea on, I think it was Facebook. I think it was like Cricut's Facebook page a little while back of putting designs onto your mat covers. So like on this one, I don't know if you can tell, but I've got this little sticker here. It's actually a piece of vinyl. But like putting cute sayings and stuff, which I absolutely loved. I think that's such a cool idea. Just haven't gotten that far. All right. So there are some inserts. And get the rest of this one off. I am just going to tear these loose pieces off and recycle that. But then I'm going to put this away so I can use it for other projects. So I'm going to, helps if I take out the scoring stylus so I can actually close it. You can also use a scoring wheel, no problem. I just wanted to show you that it can be done without a maker since the Explore machines can't use the scoring wheel, but they can use the scoring stylus. All right. So you can kind of see here, I've got a score line. It's going to let me know where to fold it. And so much easier with the score line. Like I said, I tried to just fold some the other day. Much, much harder. All right, and I've got, most of it's already kind of weeded itself out. I'm just double checking for those last couple that didn't. And then we're going to go ahead and put our insert in. I found I like making sure I leave one of the outside edges for last, just because they've got more flex to them, so it's easier to put it in. But here is our first finished card. Let me know what you think. It says Happy Mother's Day and it's got a rose. You can do whatever your mom's favorite flower is. You can do this in her favorite colors. You can even have your Cricut write on the inside. Since there was no writing on the outside, I could have even had it, I could have mirrored my design. Let me show you. Let me give you a better idea. I could have put it on my mat like this, mirrored my design so that this was here, and then on this side had my text. But I didn't, and we'll just write it in. Let me know what questions. Thank you, Rebecca. I'm glad you think it's cute. I hope the recipient will like it. Okay, so these particular insert corners I've realized are not my favorite because I catch on them. Just something, if you love them, go for it. I'm just letting you know that I'm having a little bit of a harder time with them. All right, so let's do 2 more cards. We're gonna do one with the Cricut Joy and one with the 2x2 card mat. Let me know which one you want to see first. Are you more interested in seeing the Cricut Joy or the card mat? For the card mat one, I will probably do the foil transfer insert cards, since I do have the foil transfer tool for my bigger machines. I have not bought it for my Joy yet. I don't use it a ton, so it's harder to justify the cost. Oh no, Linda, you've made a few cards and the one you mailed to your mother-in-law never arrived. Oh no. I hope she appreciates the thought. So Linda, would you like to see the new card mat first? We can definitely do that. I don't have a preference. So, yeah, those are your choices. We can do the new Cricut Card Mat with the foil transfer insert cards, just because I want to try them out. And we can also do just one on the Joy for those of you that are using your Joy to make cards. Let's see here. Oh, so Linda, okay, Linda, you want to see it on the new mat. Your mother-in-law is 92, didn't know you made it. So you remade it today. Hopefully it gets there soon and gets there this time period. Sometimes things get lost in the mail, so. All right, so we're going to jump back into Design Space, and if you missed it before, I'm actually using a free trial of Cricut Access to do these cards. We're going to leave it there, and we're going to go back to the home page. Linda, you have a Maker 3. How do you like your Maker 3? I've thought about it, but I already have 3 other Cricut machines. I have a Silhouette, Cameo 4, and access to a Brother Scan and Cut. I'm like, I don't need any more machines. Sometimes it's a very hard thing to, convince yourself of, though. Let me talk through this. Okay, so I'm back on the home screen of Design Space. They've got these project ideas. Right now, it's got the Mother's Day one. These change based off of what's coming up and stuff. They actually just recently added more here. So I think it's pretty interesting. So I'm going to click on Mother's Day, and it's got cards for all kinds of moms, featured Mother's Day images, personalized gifts, doing flowers, more just kind of everything. Oh, for all types of moms. So this is all grandma related stuff. You can click on this filter and you can see all the pet mom stuff because I have a sister who is a pet mom and she loves her pets. And you know, they need the love. She's got a huge heart. So, Linda, it's your first Cricut and you really like it. Yeah, Cricut definitely has its faults, but they're also really cool machines. So, um, you kind of got to take the good with the bad and work on getting the bad improved. So I'm actually going to be working on a video of how to submit feedback and like bug reports to Cricut. But I haven't gotten there yet. So let's see here. I'm going to let's see here. Which one am I going to do? I'm going to do this Happy Mother's Day to my bonus mom. Yeah, we're going to try. So, actually, we're going to save this one to do on the Joy because I can do this one on the Joy, but it won't let me change it to use foil. So let's see if I can find one that lets me use foil. If I search for foil, do we think it'll come up? Maybe. Linda, you've had good luck with Cricut's customer service. That's awesome because I've been having a bunch of people being like, I've been on hold with them for forever. And they just told me, no, they can't do anything and stuff, which is hard. I don't know if I can actually do what I want to. Ooh, maybe that one. Maybe. So it's one of those things where if you're using a pre-done card and it doesn't let you customize it at all, it's a little bit harder. Let's see here. So I like this one. It doesn't apply because I do have kids, but for a mom, for someone who's giving a card to their mom that does not have kids, it says instead of grandchildren, here's a card. So I think it's cute. Because not everyone needs to or wants to be a mom, and it's not always so straightforward of who's a mom. And if Mother's Day is hard for you, I'm sorry. I hope that you can find some joy tomorrow, whether that's through something big or not. Okay, I really like this one. I think I'm going to do this one even though it doesn't use the foil ones. So here is, oh wait, let's see here. Linda, you use the callback feature. You ask pointed questions. Some people have a bad attitude to start and cannot explain their issue. That's true. It helps if you can phrase it in terms that the people that are there to help you can understand. So we are going to all right. We are going to do this with as an R20, I think. Let me double check. So Cricut has redone their card size names. So, and I'll work on making a graphic for this. But the R20 is the 4.5 by, or I'm sorry, 4.25. I jumped lines. So the R20 is 4.25 by 5.5. That is what like the standard Cricut Joy insert cards are. It's also most commonly called an A2 card. So I need that one. The R stands for rectangle. You can also find them where they'll be like S40, and the S lets you know it's going to be a square shaped card. We're going to do it as an R20. Actually, yeah. Okay, so we're going to click Make It. And wake my machine back up. Okay, so with the card mat, to make sure that everything always goes the direction you need it to. Oh, okay. Wait a second. Let me jump back. Okay, so here in Design Space, I can take the design and I can drag it to a different one. It'll automatically center the design, which is nice. And we're going to go ahead and click Continue. And wait for it to connect. This is the Cricut insert card. So I'm going to go browse all materials. Under search, I'm going to type in insert. And I'm going to click on that. It has not been letting me favorite materials, so I'm just not even trying. It gives you a warning here to move the star wheels to the center of the rail, aligning them with the middle column of the card mat. And I'm going to show that to you in just a minute. Let's bring my workspace camera back up. All right. So one of the nice things is the cover for this is 2 separate pieces. So they're each, I don't know, a couple inches wide. The card spots are numbered, so you know what order it will cut things in. I'm going to take that off. And this is the center column that they're letting you know where to align your star wheels. So I've already slid mine over because of the projects from yesterday, but they just slide really simply. There are 4 of them, and you can kind of, oh, I need to remove this just in case. I think it's going to catch if I don't. So you can kind of position it to check before you actually load your mat. I'm going to go ahead and load it. This mat will work on any of the Explore or Maker machines. Oh, it would help if I put a pen in. So, this is a little bit fatter than the one they're recommending, a 0.4, but since I don't have a 0.4 pen that'll show up on this dark blue, I think I'm going to try this one. So we're going to go ahead and put this in and click go. It's always good to check on your pen before you get it to start writing before you actually have it write, so it does everything properly. Let me know what questions you have. If you do have a Cricut Joy and you're using the Cricut Joy Card Mat, the new R40 and S40 cards that they just released will not work on your mat. They are 4.75 inches wide, and this mat is only 5.5. It's not quite long enough or wide enough. It would just get pulled into the rollers. So do keep that in mind. Let's see here. So it's going to go through, it's going to draw everything first. On my computer, I can see it says it's 93% of the way done drawing. Sorry, I need to drink some water because I am not a cactus. I don't actually live anywhere with saguaro cactus, but they're fun and just interesting in general. So I put that on my water bottle. So it says it's 100% done drawing, which is clearly not accurate because it's still drawing, but it, gives you a ballpark. So there we go. So far, I have not found a way to use the card mat with more than one design at a time. You can still prep 4 different cards and have them kind of just do the quick unload reload, but I don't think you can, sorry, lost my word. I don't think you can set up 4 different cards to cut at the same time. But even still, it's faster than using, one card mat and having to remove it all before you can start your next card. So that's nice. Let's see here. One of my absolute favorite things to use with intricate paper designs is actually this cake spatula. It's called an angled spatula. I think this one's 9 inch. So it's a 9-inch angled spatula. You could do a little bit longer or a little bit shorter depending on preferences. I got one with a little bit of a softer handle. But these work so well for helping lift your material, your project off your mat. So we are going to unload this and show you how it did. All right. So the pen I used is the glitter black gel tip pen. So I want to be a little careful. I don't want to grab at it too soon. So the problem I keep running into with the card mat, and I don't know if you can tell or not, it is not cutting totally centered. It won't let me slide it down, but it's not cutting centered. It's much closer to the top. I need to report that as a bug, but I just haven't had the chance to. So I bent the mat to kind of get under it a little bit with my spatula, and then I'm just gonna very carefully come in here and kind of lift up the whole way around. If your spatula starts getting sticky and doesn't want to move, you can always rub it down with rubbing alcohol. I actually keep some. Let me show you. I keep it in these little fingertip squirt bottles. I finally labeled it even, so that way I can clean off blanks before I apply vinyl, clean off things like my spatula. And I love the blue shop towels because they don't leave lint, which can be a really big problem depending on what you're doing. So we're gonna try it this way. No, I think I'm going to get better results this way. So sorry guys, I'm trying really hard to focus and not rip this, and I think I need to prime these mats a little bit because they're just so sticky. Because I don't know if you noticed, but I just ripped it. So yeah, it's overly sticky, which I mean I get, and part of me appreciates, but the other part goes, I can't get my thing off, and that's a problem. So it didn't rip horribly noticeably, so I'm just going to leave it. But there is definitely, you know, some residue there on the back, probably in part because this one did sit for, say 20, a little more than 24 hours, less than 36, but more than 24 hours. So that's probably part of it. So let's go ahead. The person this is for really likes purple, so we are going to use purple on this one. So, like I said, you can tell as you look closer, and I'm showing it to you upside down, it's definitely not cutting center, which is disappointing. But I still think it's a lot of fun. I really do like these insert cards because I don't have to glue anything, because glue and I, we struggle. But you still get, you know, pops of color and stuff. And it says, "You are mum-believable." So there's 2 cards. Let me know what questions you have. And if you've got any tips of how to, you know, make it work better, because it could be user error on getting the design not quite centered. So I'm putting my cover pieces back on, and we will just move that. All right, so let's do a card with the Joy. And jump back to Design Space. So I'm going to change my machine to my Joy, and foil no longer helps because I don't have that foil transfer one. And this one is for, honestly, it's my best friend's mom. She, I'm, I've kind of been adopted in, which is wonderful because she is wonderful. And, maybe I will use the bonus mom one. I wish I could edit these at least a little bit because I would change it just a smidge to make it more of what's right for our relationship. Maybe I'll just do, let me see, what's this one? Fold and tuck. Huh, that's interesting. So it cuts it and then you fold these parts down to give it dimension. I don't know. What do you guys think? You want to see that one? You fold the petal portions of the card, tuck under the corresponding section. Use the project photo as a guide if necessary. The petals will be slightly curved. Fold the smaller portions, tuck under the corresponding sections. Insert the coordinating card insert into the corner cuts one at a time until all corners are aligned and the insert lies flat inside the card. Okay, that one, it says it's easy. It should take less than 30 minutes. I think I want to try it. So, but I do want to do it on an official Cricut card. So since I actually used up the last of my regular insert ones, I'm going to do it on the foil transfer insert ones because you don't have to put foil on it. So we are going to just use one of these, and the benefit is these ones are the little bit bigger ones. They're the 4.5 by 6 1/4, which is also called an A6 card. And that way I'm working with a little bit bigger cuts. So we are going to do this. Let's click make it. Okay. It is working on centering it on the mat and everything. We're going to go ahead and click continue and jump back to showing you my work surface. All right. So these are the foil transfer insert cards. I cut the package open. And I'm going to just use the red card, and she is like me. She prefers silver over gold. So we're going to use that silver holographic. And we're just going to, I'm going to need an envelope for this. You don't have to use Cricut brand cards. So you can go use other of these standard card sizes. Like I said, these are A6 cards. The standard Joy insert cards are called A2 cards. And you can find A2 cards at Walmart, Michael's, all sorts of different places. You can find them online. JoAnns has a cool selection. And so, for those of you who don't know about the card mat, and this is the same on the 2x2 mat and the Cricut Joy mat, there is a special divider here, which is how you can cut it through the top layer without it cutting all the way through your card. So that's really nifty. The top layer is where the adhesive is. So I just rubbed this onto the adhesive. It shows me on the card mats, you do need to put them in facing the correct direction. Otherwise, it'll be backwards. It won't do what you need. and I'm going to load this one in. So with the Joy, just like the Explorer 3 and the Maker 3, it'll run through, make sure it's lined up, make sure it's the right size. And then on the Joy, I need to click Go on my computer. And I might sneeze again, guys, so just be warned. We've got allergies going on and just kicking me. Another really useful tool when you're doing like the cards and stuff, or just other kind of interesting things, is a brayer to roll your materials to get it good, to get a good grip to your mat. I use it especially with infusible ink, so I'm not touching it as I'm rolling it down. Let me know in the comments if you're interested in seeing how to use pen adapters so you can use other pens with your Cricut machines. I have some for my Maker and Explore and some for my Joy. So if that's something that would be helpful, let me know. Let's see here. Try and get a little bit of tidying up done while we wait. And if you guys ever have questions of, how do I do this? If you need me to demonstrate something, feel free to, let me know. I can't always do it right away, but I try to make the videos that'll help you the best. So go ahead and, leave them as comments in videos and whatnot. Okay, so it says it's done. Let's take a look. Yeah, there we go. So I'm going to need to click unload on my computer. And slide that out of the way. So I'm going to try. This is why I like this, because then I can see kind of where things are and what needs to go where. So just, take it slow. And part of it's practice, kind of like with weeding, is, you gotta practice it till it's natural. This one is definitely, even with the number of cuts and stuff, this one's definitely easier because I've used this mat so many more times that it's not sticking so tight onto the card mat. But it definitely does want to stay on its petals, so I gotta get in under there. Whenever you're like working on something like this, or you're weeding and you're just having a hard time getting it to do what you're trying, consider changing what angle you're coming from. A lot of times that can make a huge difference. So instead of pulling from the top, pull from the side or the bottom, things like that. So I'm coming in and I'm working on removing the pieces that shouldn't be there. I'm going to use my stab and grab tweezers. They are from, oh wait, yeah, okay, the new ones do say 143vinyl.com. It used to be 651vinyl.com. They did do a name change, but it is my absolute favorite place to buy vinyl and other supplies like that. Okay. So let me real quick go back to the project so I can take a look. Okay, so this outer ring, or this outer petal thing, does need to be removed. So stab and grab tweezers they're awesome for weeding vinyl, but I use them for paper projects. I use them for all sorts of things. They are very sharp. As you can see, I have multiple pairs because I love them. And there are some things when you're crafting where the price doesn't make a difference. But there are some where doing good quality, using good quality tools and materials really does make a difference. So I am always honest with you. I won't tell you that something's amazing if I don't think it is. I want you guys to be able to trust me. And know that I really do have your best interest at heart. Linda, you never thought you needed the brayer. It is a lifesaver. And it helps get things on the mat, like you said. Okay, so we're gonna use that, and then I'm kind of using my stab and grab tweezers to like separate the layers and like prep them, because some of them don't necessarily want to, cooperate at first go. Okay, yeah. On these ones, I take the middle one and I tuck it in, but I have to put that. Yeah, Linda, I bought my brayer about 2 years ago when the pandemic hit, and I was cutting masks out on my maker. I bought it to use with the fabric, and then I use it for pretty much everything but fabric, because I don't do a whole bunch with fabric. But if there are fabric related projects you want to see, let me know and I can look into helping you out with that. Or pointing you in the direction of someone who does enjoy it and does do a good job demonstrating it and teaching it. Okay, so some of these really teeny things have torn, so some of this shouldn't be moving the way it is, but it should be okay. If you're not familiar with DIY Alex, she is another YouTube Cricut creator, who she's probably my favorite. And one of those reasons is because I relate to her so much, of being a recovering perfectionist, especially with crafting, where, you get upset if it's not perfect, to the point where, you're like, why am I even bothering? But then just remembering that it's like, okay, look, you're supposed to be having fun doing this. Things don't always go as planned. Like that tore there because it didn't cut quite all the way through. And most of the time, you will, you're going to be the one that notices your mistakes the most. I hope that made sense. So, you know, it's one of the things I am struggling to, you know, remember and, you know, keep in mind of. I see my mistakes more than other people do, and even if other people do see my mistakes, you know, if they're spending time criticizing my mistakes, it means they're not creating. It means they are tearing down instead of building others up, and we already have enough tearing us down in this world. You know, surround yourself with people that build you up, that are honest with you, but, you know, build you up too. And that's, you know, that's what I want to be for you guys, is I want to be there to build you up, to help you out, so that, you know, we can make the world a better place together. Sorry, I'll get off my soapbox. I just, you know, yeah. I really do love you guys. I appreciate you watching. We're not quite done yet, but, you know, I'm not always the best at expressing and accepting gratitude. So it's a work in progress. And I appreciate the fact that I'm almost hitting my 2-year mark here on YouTube. I've got people that, you know, I know their names, and I look forward to them commenting on my videos and seeing what they think. I want this to be a community, and I want us to build each other up and help each other. All right. Yeah, there. Okay, I'm almost done with this. So then I can, you know, focus on this again. But did I get them all? I think I did. So let's put our insert in. I definitely do like doing the ones that are closer to your fold before doing the outside ones. I just think it works so much better. There we go. What do you think? I love it. I hope my mom adjacent will love it too. We've got our just Happy Mother's Day with the rose. This is the one we did on the Maker using just a standard 12x12 mat. We have You Are Mum-Believable using the new Cricut 2x2 card mat. If you're looking for the Cricut 2x2 card mat, I got mine in person at my JoAnns. They actually had some in stock. You can order it from Cricut, Amazon. They're not really there as of right now, but you can order them from your other craft stores, from Cricut itself, or just kind of wait. It's up to you. Let's see here. Let's take a look at the comments. See if there's anything we're missing. What do you guys think of the cards? So let me move these out of the way so you can get better light on them. So I'm really happy with them. I got all my cards done in time for Mother's Day. Thanks, Linda. I think it's pretty too. Let me show you from the side, because I just sat down and saw it from the side, and it's fun because it's got that dimension to it, not just from the holographic, but also from the paper. And I think it's really cool. Let me know, feel free to post in the comments, things like that, what questions you have, what you want to learn, and how I can help you learn how to make, because that's why I'm here, to help you learn how to make. And I appreciate you so much. I hope you have a wonderful Mother's Day, or just a wonderful, afternoon, or May 8th, whatever is best for you. And I'm going to go ahead and get these in their envelopes and to the right people. And I will be back here next week with another video. I'm thinking about changing my upload days probably to Sunday, but like Sunday midday, but I'm not sure yet. So we'll see. Let me know what you think. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, bye.